hey guys, I need you to do me a favor. Help me fight the algorithm. Go ahead and hit like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon for new notifications. Thank you. Time for the third book. The third book is Wonder Woman number 3. This is the one that I gave best book of the week to last week was Wonder Woman number 4. So I picked up number 3. So we're going to get some backstory to the setup. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So this is before the Wonder Woman issue I covered, the video I just released on the channel. Yeah, this is before that. So we get Wonder Woman. She's coming up to this building. She's doing the Wonder Woman thing. She's coming in. She's saying, hey, essentially, I need to talk to Sergeant Steele. And he's like, Wonder Woman, you're not allowed here. And she's like, yeah, just go ahead and get me into Sergeant Steele. And yeah, she's definitely putting on some feminine charm on him. And he just like, okay. And anyways, we get to this old guy. And here's where we're getting to the backstory here. Because this is the backstory, like, issue 4 gave me backstory that I need to know, but here we're getting, like, the details. So we have, this guy here is Delgado. This is the soldier that I reported, and the news reported from what I saw in this story. This guy killed himself because he confessed something under Wonder Woman's lasso, and it was terrible. Well, here he is alive, and here's the rich guy talking to him. And he's talking about, geez, don't you feel that, like, Wonder Woman really took something from you when she was being all awesome around you? And he was just, yeah, we'll get into it. Because we got Wonder Woman going into Sergeant Steele's office. And this guy's like, you have to surrender your lasso. And she's like, fuck off, I'm not surrendering shit. She just knocks him out and continues upstairs. We got a whole bunch of guards up here. She's got her tiara. She just opens the elevator door, throws it around, and she's just chilling in the elevator while it bounces around. She's just being a fucking badass, by the way. Yeah, she's a badass, by the way. And then anyways, yeah, he's talking about Wonder Woman being, here we are back to Delgado, the guy who we know kills himself, and then this rich piece of shit, who seems to be the guy who's like really trying to, he's like the big villain, it seems like. And he's telling him about how, like, Wonder Woman, like, she like took the manhood from you. And he's like, no, dude, like, she's like a superhero, man. She was awesome, you know, I really appreciate her. So, like, the guy who killed himself after, like, I thought, like, he was being manipulated or something happened to him, but no, he was kind of a Wonder Woman fan, and all this stuff happened to him. And then we see this rich guy, he pulls out, like, this silver glowing lasso. And then we cut away, and we're at 32A. This is the building that Wonder Woman, the room that Wonder Woman would go, and then we see it's actually broken down chunk of the door that's on the ground. She's already beaten up a lot of the guards. And it's Sergeant Steele pointing a gun as she sits behind his desk. And then we cut back to the lasso, and he's got Delgado holding it. And like the lasso of truth will make you just say things that are that they are truthful, even if you wouldn't normally say them. But this one seems to be like a lasso of, like, suggestion. So, like, the guy's like, it occurs to us, you may be mistaken, son. Your tussle with Wonder Woman was highly onerous to you, perhaps even devastating. And this guy, who was previously praising Wonder Woman, is now going, oh, yes, sir, that is true. I felt devastated, sir. The way she fought you boys, undermined your manhood. This one robbed you of your own gender. And who are you, then? You're so confused it hurts you deeply. Yeah, totally. I didn't feel like I was a man anymore. She took that from me. I don't know who I am. I feel like a lot of pain over, I'm just kind of lost. We understand. Tragically, it's the type of moment you can never truly escape. Knowing what you were, given at birth, your masculinity has been ripped from you by this Amazon. Dude, right. I don't even think I can ever get over it. It's just gonna haunt me, this is who I've always been. I've always been a man, and now I'm not. So, like, just something I don't want to be, I guess. It isn't ideal, but the only thing you can do in this situation is tell everyone what happened and then find a quick way to end your agony. So, yeah. Sovereign, that's his name. Thank you. But yeah, this is a Lasso of Lies? Yeah, maybe it is. It is called Lasso of Lies? Okay. I was thinking it was like Lasso of Suggestion. But yeah, Sergeant Steele's like, I have an army, and then one woman's like, oh, yeah, you got a lot of guys coming upstairs. Oh dear. And yeah, he's just like, I got an army. You're fucked. And then she's like, well, Mr. Steele, yes, you do have an army, and I've got an invisible jet. Because Wonder Woman is a badass. I don't know if that's been stated enough this comic book, but yes, she is. But anyways, she's kind of got Sergeant Steele, kind of like going, well, shit. Yep, I'm in trouble. But now we got the Sovereign and Delgado. They're shaking hands. He goes home. He writes a letter. He pulls out a gun, and he kills himself. So that's how that story happened. Oh yes, I want to stress. The artwork here. Did I go over the cast, the people who worked on this? I don't think I did. So, real quick. Tom King is the writer. Daniel Sampier is the artist. Tamu Mori is the colorist. I love the artwork in this series. I'm loving this series overall. I think this Wonder Woman series is phenomenal, but we'll get to it. But anyways, Sergeant Steele's talking, and then apparently she's looking for a woman, and it turns out there's a woman that an Amazon that I assume, well, what is it? I don't remember what they called her. It's like a familial relation. I don't remember, but like she's being held captive, and she is pregnant, and that brings us to the Trinity storyline, which kind of links to the main storyline, because now I assume this Lizzie, I thought this was supposed to be Wonder Woman's daughter, but apparently it's the daughter of this Amazon, who I think is like supposed to be a cousin of Wonder Woman, I think. But anyways, it's also a few years from now, and essentially Lizzie seems really small, and John is just leaving Damien to watch over her, and she's throwing food, and she probably can throw it pretty well because she's got some superpowers. And John's like, yeah, Damien, you're just gonna have to watch her for a little bit, and so he leaves. And he's like, oh fuck. Well, I'm sorry. There's the squiggly lines for the comic book reader, but like, yeah, it's like, oh fuck. But anyways, he's like, hey, I gotta go stop Killer Croc. And she's like, I'm gonna be Wonder Robin. And he's like, no, you can't be Wonder Robin. And she's like, no, I'm gonna be Wonder Robin and help you out. And I need help tying my shoe. And he's like, well, tie your shoe then. And she's like, I can't. And he's like, I gotta go get Killer Croc, but I gotta tie your shoe now. But anyways, they go out. He gets to fight Killer Croc, and he's telling her, hey, I got everything under control, so leave it be. And she's like, I think I should kick it. And he's like, no, I got things under control, leave it be. And he's like, that sounds like you're asking me to kick it. And then she kicks it, but she's got superpowers, so she slams him against the wall. And she's like, that was awesome, and I swear I won't press the ejection seat ever again if you let me ride in the front seat. And it's like, oh dear. Anyways, and then we get they're back at home. John Kent returns. He's like, wow, that was a rough little day. And Robin's like, yep, it was rough on me too, but it turned out all right. She's just chilling. And yeah, and that's the end of that story. And I will say, here's my takeaway versus the Wonder Woman issue 3 versus issue 4. I thought the main Wonder Woman storyline in issue 3 was a bit weaker than the one in issue 4. But I thought the Trinity follow-up in issue 3 was stronger than the one in issue 4. So I think this one is pretty much the same for me. It's still a 4.5-star one. Still a fantastic book. I highly recommend this Wonder Woman run, just based on these 2 issues I've read. Fantastic stuff. Now you may notice that does mean this is not Book of the Week. The Book of the Week does have to go to Ultimate Spider-Man. So this is Book of the Week. This is a fantastic alternate take on Spider-Man. I love what they did with this. It's fantastic. And yes, and by the way, these books were woke and terrible because all modern books are woke and terrible because that's what the chuds tell me. No, when I hear people complaining that comic books are woke and terrible, and upon re-diving back into comic books and really enjoying myself, all I can think is anybody who's saying that modern comic books are woke and terrible are not fucking reading comic books. I'm really enjoying going back into these, like even some of the lesser ones. It's so it's still decent. Like, I haven't read one that I truly dislike yet. And I'm sure if I keep going, I will. There will be stinkers. But yeah, so we will not do a Wonder Woman next week, which I almost want to say I'm a little bit disappointed because I want to read more of this Wonder Woman, but hopefully we can get back to it soon because I love this Wonder Woman run so far. But we will be doing a Spider-Man next week. And I was thinking what we will also do, because I like to do next week to week, like, follow up with another issue from that series. But I will also add another rule and say if a comic book wins Best of the Week, I will get the next issue of that comic book. So even if it's not out next week, I'll just get the next issue whenever I see it available, and we will cover that whenever that pops up. So Wonder Woman did win, number 4 did win Best of the Week last week, so I will pick up number 5 when that comes out. And then obviously that will qualify. I will pick up a Spider-Man book next week, but I doubt Ultimate Spider-Man 2 will be out, so we will pick up Ultimate Spider-Man number 2 when that comes out. And that also qualifies for Creepshow. Creepshow was the first week's winner, so Creepshow number 5, when that comes out, we will pick that one up as well. But yeah, next week we will have some sort of Spider-Man book, maybe that Miguel O'Hara book I almost picked up. And then we will pick out another DC title and another independent title. I'm leaning towards Ninja Turtles and Birds of Prey for those, but I'm not sold on those. We will see what appeals to me. But yeah, this was a fun comic book week. Great books. Dude, like, I would even say Hedgehog Nerd, just go ahead and pick up issue 1. It'll be a while till they do a trade paperback of this. And this was so fucking good, and it's a decent length comic book. I want to say it was like $6. It's good. It's good. And yeah, trade paperback will work. But yes, good week for comic book. Good week. 3 good weeks for comic books in a row. It's almost like comic books are doing all right now. Anyways, I guess it's time for the Chud. The Chud takes
can become very, very powerful. Like my lasso, truth. The truth is what powers it, not me. The truth is bigger than all of us. But what is this?
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.